here, you guys. I am so excited, you guys. It is finally 2019. Can y'all believe it's already 2019?
Like, yes, honey, it is already 2019. Okay.
So, guys, I am back with another video. Feeling loud, live, and in color, you guys. Okay. So, as you guys saw from the title below, this is going to be, I'm going to discuss and I'm going to talk about manifestation. Y'all, I'm sorry if I got gum, but gum helps me speak clearly. Gum helps me concentrate. So yeah, y'all excuse a little gum or whatever. But anyway, I wanted to talk about something that's really been on my heart, and if I ever feel the need to discuss something with you guys, or I feel like I want to share with the world about something, then I definitely have to feel like I need to go ahead and hit that record button, because how I'm feeling can always be beneficial to somebody else who might be feeling the same way. This time last year, I was not working, and I always used to doubt myself and always used to feel defeated. I lost my job May of 2017, and I had been out of work for maybe like for a year. And even though my family and I we were taken care of, because I've got a great husband, thank you Jesus. But I was always been an independent woman. I've always been able to hold my own. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was able to do it by myself. I've always been the breadwinner. So when I lost my job, I felt like a piece of me had been taken away from me. And I felt defeated. You know, not only in my personal life, but here on YouTube as well. I felt like people were getting ahead of me, who started after me. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I'm doing everything. I mean, I got a great personality. I ain't ugly. You know, like, why am I not getting ahead? Why am I not prospering? Or why do I feel, or why am I not getting where I feel like I should be? Well, I had to realize it wasn't my time. So January 7th of 2018, we were going, my husband and my husband and my family went to church, and they came up with these things called Agreement Sunday. And on that Sunday, what you do is they pass out cards, and the cards look like this. I'm not going to do a close-up because it has my personal information on it. But they do what you call Agreement Sunday. And it's where you fill out an agreement card and you write 5 statements, what you're believing for God to do for you in the upcoming year, which will be 2018. Let me tell you guys how manifestation really works. I promise you guys it works. I promise you it if you try this, I promise you it works. So on this card, it has 6 lines. It had 5 lines for me to write down what I wanted God to do in my life for me. So last year, my husband did one and I did one. And I'm just gonna share just a few things on this agreement card that I wrote down in 2018. The first thing is employment, okay? Now mind you, I haven't worked. So the first thing on my card was employment and management, and also let it be a job that I love to do with a salary of, I was very specific. And the salary that I wrote down on this paper is the salary that I am making now. Talking about manifestation, okay? The second one is a power couple, a stronger marriage, closer relationship with God. Throughout 2018, I felt like everything was going to be on him, but he is a great man, and he took care of his family. We never lacked for anything, but it was just the point of I was still used to having my own coins. So because we had to go through that made me become a better person. That made me become a better daughter. That made me become a better mother, and it also made me become a better wife. So all that in a nutshell basically said a stronger marriage and a power couple, which we became. We became a power couple. I never knew that a lot of younger other married couples looked up to me and my husband. I never knew that. I received you guys' emails. I received you guys' Facebook messages. You guys send me a DM. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never really realized that my husband and I really inspire you guys. So I want to say thank you for allowing us to be such an inspiration to you guys, because I really didn't know it. But you know, that's something that I put on my agreement list. The third thing I put on my list was financial increase in my home, and so that we can have financial freedom, because you can still have financial increase, but you're still not being able to be free, because every time you get money, it's going out the window because you got this, that, and the third. So we were able to pay our tithes, and we were able to do it freely, and we were able to, you know, live freely. If that makes sense. The fourth thing, it says new vehicles for me, and the fifth thing says better living conditions, such as a 2-story house with a 4-bedroom. Now I'm gonna come back to number 4 and number 5, y'all. When I say I started working in May, I got the new car in June, and I got the new house in August or September. We moved in our new house in August. All that was within 2018. When I say, when you write down your vision and you make it plain, it definitely will come to pass. And then the 6th statement was more of a corporate statement that the pastor wanted to do for everybody in the church. And it says, and the 6th thing was just let us catch the wave as a church. So I wrote down a few tips that I did, what I did, and I'm here to share with you guys exactly how it can help you manifest, level up, and get what you want for 2019. Okay, so first thing you're gonna need to do is get you a notebook and a pen. Okay, sis? Okay, the first thing you need to do is get you something to write with in a notebook. Get you a pretty, I mean, it don't have to be nothing pretty, but let it be something that's going to be inspiring to you. So when you get your thoughts, you can get this paper, this notebook out, and this pen, and you start writing. This book, I actually got this book from, I want to say either Burlington or TJ Maxx, one of the two, but this was only $5. And it says fabulous on it, and it has the little flingy, the little stretch thing right here, so it can keep my binder together. And it also is like small enough to fit in my purse. And it says fabulous. I love the word fabulous because
the girl is fabulous, okay? The girl is fabulous, okay?
Well, for real, I got something that it inspires me to want to keep coming to this book. And it has like little perfume bottles on it. 2019 is about to be on and popping, okay? So if you see me looking down at my notes, I just wanted to touch on a few things, is to tell you exactly how I did and how I manifested, and I wrote my vision of my goal down, and I told God what I wanted, and He answered every last one of my prayers. So the first thing you want to do is write your vision down. Write it down. And when you write your vision down, make it plain. Like when I say make it plain, like if you are a if you're a stylist, if you're a hairstylist, and you want to have 20 clients per week, so you write down, I want 20 clients per week, and each client, I want them to get $150 sew in. I mean, you got to be very specific in what you want. It don't matter how you think it might sound crazy, but if you write down what you want specifically, and you're specific with it, I promise you it will manifest. It will come to pass. I promise you it will. The second thing you want to do is take action. Now, a lot of times when we write stuff down, we can't just write stuff down and let it stop there. We got to continue. We got to take action. You know, we got to put forth some work. We got to work at this. You know, with so if you are wanting to be a hairstylist and you want to be able to have 20 clients per week getting $150 sew-ins. Well, you're gonna have to know that you're gonna first need your needle and your thread. So you need to go ahead and purchase. Go ahead and start. And if you don't have the funds to do that, at least, and I'm just giving this as an example, you guys, go out and go and price you some needle and some thread. Okay, go out and price you some combs and some brushes, because you're gonna need it to do them 20 sew-ins. Okay, so therefore, take action. You know, go ahead and start preparing yourself, because it will come to pass. You can't be idle and just think on the hopes and wishes because I wrote it down, it's just gonna come to me. Ain't nothing gonna come to you, honey. Ain't nothing gonna be just laid out for you all free, willy-nilly. You're gonna have to go out there and work. You know, also market yourself. You know, put yourself out there. If you've already did a client, go ahead and don't be afraid to advertise your craft. So if you want them 20 sew-ins, do one good sew-in. Get you a sister, baby cousin, your mama, your grandma, whoever else. Do their hair and showcase that hair. Put the effort to let everybody know that this is what you're doing and this is what you're, you know, this is your craft. So therefore, take action. Don't be idle. You got to put yourself out there. And Ephesians 3:20 says, God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly and above all that we can ever ask. He is. So therefore, we have to believe within our heart, we have to believe in our mind that whatever we set forth to do, whatever we have in our mind, whatever we feel that we can do it, because God can do exceedingly. He can do above all that we can ever ask. Okay. The third thing I want to point out to you, third tip I want to say is speak it. You got to speak that thing. I want to be a millionaire. You don't want to say, I want to be a millionaire. You want to say, when I become a millionaire.
Okay, y'all better come on. Come on, because your girl is in the house. Am I in the house? Yes, your girl is in the house. Okay. Yeah, she preaching.
But I'm not trying to preach, but I'm just trying to share some knowledge, you guys, because 2018 was just the surface. 2019 is about to be on and popping. You feel me? 2019 is about to be on and popping. Okay? So I promise you, you will see everything, all your visions and your goals and your dreams will come to pass. And the fourth thing I want to say is, you want to separate yourself from them draining friends. Honey, if you're trying to build your brain, you're trying to build your business, you're trying to do something with your life, you can't be with them same crowd who want to turn up every weekend. Because I can't turn up every weekend no more. I'm getting older. You know, my bones starting to hurt a little bit. You know, my memory getting a little, you know, like I can't hang out every weekend like I used to. So therefore, you have to separate yourself from the draining friends. If you're not surrounding yourself with positive people, and that goes even for family members as well. If you have a family member that is not there to push you and that's there to be a positive influence on your life, honey, you need to cut it. Cut it. You need to cut it. Cut them off. I mean, it's just as simple as that. There's no love losses, because it's nothing personal, but it is kind of personal, because you have a goal, you're focused, and you don't need any outsiders, you don't need any naysayers trying to tell you what you can and can't do, because you can. So if you have to cut them off, whether it be family or friends, because they're just energy suckers, and you don't want energy suckers around your house. Okay, you don't want any energy suckers around you, period. Okay, period. You hear me, sir? Period. For real. So those are just some tips that I actually did for 2018. And you guys, when I say God answered every last statement on this agreement card, he did. And it's just amazing how I wrote this and having faith, not knowing how any of this was going to happen, how any of this was going to be possible, but he did it. And if he did it for me, I know he would do it for you, sis. You know, employment. I got a job, you guys, and not only just a job, it's something that I love to do. So when I'm doing my agreement card, I'm gonna go ahead and check this off my list, because he did it. Okay. The second thing that I said, I want a stronger marriage, power couple, close relationship with God. He gave us that. He brought my husband and I even closer together. Let me go ahead and check that off. Then it says, the third thing I said, financial increase in my home and double the salary. I'm gonna go ahead and check that because he gave us that. New vehicles. I'm gonna go ahead and check that off because he did give me that. It says better living conditions in 2-story house with a 4-bedroom. He gave me that, y'all. He gave me that. And number 6, it says let us catch the next wave. The church as a corporate, we got that as well. You guys, when I tell you it works, it works. It works, y'all. It really, really works. So we weren't able to make agreement Sunday for 2019. However, me and my husband, we wrote our 2019 goals out. We actually had a little bit more than we had last year because, you know, we trying to do it big 2019. Okay, we trying to be the head and not the tail. Ain't no trying. We are going to be the head and not the tail. We're going to be above and not beneath. We're going to be the lenders and not the borrowers. Okay, we are going to have everything that our heart ever desires because God said I can have it. Any promises that he said that I can have, honey, he is a man to his word and he will not lie. Okay, so therefore we got about 10 things on our list. We've already prayed over it this morning. We put it in our Bible for 2019. And when 2020 come, I'm gonna do another video like this for my first video for 2020. If God spare my life. And I'm gonna just show you guys every year how I manifest, how manifestation really, really works. When I write my visions and my goals down and my aspirations, when I write it down, I believe it in my heart. I put the work in. I cut those draining friends off of those naysayers of family members or whoever the case may be. Y'all haven't seen nothing yet. And even down to here on YouTube, you know, I encourage all of you to take those few steps, and I promise you, lovely ain't gonna lead you wrong. Lovely ain't gonna lie to you, boo. If you do those how many steps that was? 1, 2. If you do those 4 steps, write your goals down for 2019, and when 2020 comes, you are going to be able to take that same pen and check off everything that you have asked God for. And you guys, I hope you guys have really enjoyed this video. I know this is something that I really don't normally do, is have a sit down and have a chit chat with you guys, but I felt the need, it was really on my heart. And I might sound a little preachy or whatever, but you know, sometimes we need a little that. Sometimes we need that a little bit, sis, okay? So if you are new to the channel, what you waiting on? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So make sure you like this video, you guys. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that bell so that you are notified every time Miss Lovely comes out with another video. Make sure you keep looking good and make sure you keep smelling good, and I will see you guys on my next video.